In a world where two men talk about video games.
All right, this is like, we're gonna stop that. We're gonna stop what you're doing.
In your head, lock the doors and close the blinds. Turn on your TV, turn off your mind.
Oh, come on. That was pretty golden.
That was cool, but it was stupid.
It was very stupid.
Welcome.
Excited.
Or welcome back, everybody. All of you. Except for you, Tim. You know who you are.
Yeah, you do. You piece of shit.
We are Soul of a Gamer.
Sort of a game.
I am Scott Nell.
And I'm Steve McGee.
And every week we come at you with a new game, and we tell you about it.
Yeah.
And we do things.
Yeah, lots of things.
And we don't do things, and we do things. So there you go. So that's it. Yeah. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Wow.
See you later.
All right.
All right.
And some sad music because we're done so soon.
Yes.
I didn't know this episode was just going to be like a minute long.
Yeah, less than a minute, I think.
I thought it was going to be way longer than this.
It was 58 seconds on that recording little thing. All right, so we hope you enjoyed last week's game, which was...
Oh my god, why am I going to
week.
draw a blank? I know, I'm the worst at this.
Every week.
Wait, I'm going to get this.
I don't remember.
Resident Evil 2 Remake.
It was Resident Evil 2 Remake.
Boom.
Yes.
Don't doubt me.
That was good. It was a good game. It was fun. We both enjoyed it a lot. And this week we're coming at you with Donkey Kong Country.
Yes.
A shit-tastic, terrible game that nobody loved.
Pretty much.
Just nobody. I can't imagine a single person actually liking this fucking game.
I remember this game so fondly, and getting back into it, I was like, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah, because you didn't care as a kid. You did not fucking care.
Yeah.
All right, so let's start. Go on.
What's on the box?
I don't know. What's on the box?
So, Donkey Kong Country, Madness and Mayhem in this 3D guerrilla thriller.
I'm going to stop you right there. What'd you just say?
3D.
3D?
Guerrilla thriller.
3D, huh?
That's what it says.
So this is a 3D game to you?
I mean, it technically kind of.
No.
It's
This 2D scrolling piece of shit is not a 3D fucking game just because it has the ability
got
to go
forward and backward.
Oh, sure. It does. It does. You're right. You know what? It does.
Just
Very occasionally.
Very rarely.
Very occasionally it has forwards and backwards. Fucking horseshit.
Hey, this is the most amazing 3D graphics and incredible sound ever.
Ever? Where does it say that?
Right there.
Say ever?
Boom.
Oh my god.
It does say ever.
I will say the sounds were incredible.
The biggest Nintendo adventure yet on an incredible 32 megs.
In 1994, that was a big deal.
That was.
Oh. All right. Well, Donkey Kong is back with a new sidekick, Diddy Kong, in a crazy island adventure. Challenged by the crazed tribe of reptilian Kremlings,
Yep.
they endeavor to get back their stolen banana horde. Armed with lightning-quick moves, chest-pounding muscle, and awesome aerial acrobatics, our duo is ready to face their cunning adversaries. With the help of Donkey Kong's quirky family and his wild animal mounts, they squabble and scamper their way through unending monkey mayhem. And his family's fucking worthless. Are they kidding?
Yeah,
are they fucking
so
kidding?
Worthless.
God, the only one who's worth anything, I guess, is Candy in the original game. But once you play it on an emulator, or you play it on anything that has a save option, you don't fucking need Candy anymore.
No, you don't.
The only things you can tell you is how much percentage you have through the game.
Yes, which is decently nice.
And then the other
sometimes.
guy, I'm sure, was useful, the plane guy, to fly to a save point.
Well, he could fly to any level.
Yeah. But I think the
good.
point in that was just to get to save points and to like 100% the game.
You could do that, or like a lot of times I would use him to go back to the beginning levels if I needed to farm lives.
No, I never needed to do that because I saved.
I didn't know about the saving thing because I played it on the Switch, and because Nintendo Switch Online just added it last week. They added Donkey Kong Country 1, 2, and 3. And
they made sequels? God,
yeah.
Why?
But I never knew that basically the Switch counts as like an emulator. They count it. You can actually like suspend, pause, and save different segments and stuff. And I was like, oh, that's so cool.
It's so much easier.
Yeah. I wouldn't have probably made it through very fast if I didn't have that.
No.
It sucked.
So yeah, there's just like the most amazing 3D graphics, an incredible sound ever, the biggest Nintendo adventure yet, at an incredible 32 megs, whatever the fuck that means, which I assume it's like
32 megabytes.
Yeah. Starring Donkey Kong and introducing his sidekick Diddy Kong, which I didn't know this was the first Diddy Kong game.
Yep, this was the first
That's
introduction
pretty
to
cool.
Diddy Kong. Yep.
Battery-backed memory saves your progress, which is, I guess, okay. So basically each cartridge has like a little battery in it that you have to fucking replace after 10, 15 years. And if you don't know that, you're going to lose all your saves. And once you take the battery out, you lose all your saves.
Is there over 100 levels?
So I think what they're counting...
Oh, they're counting all the bonus
the
levels
bonus
and
shit
bonus
that you
rooms.
can do,
Yep.
which makes sense. I mean...
It does say including tons of secret and hidden bonus levels.
Yeah, there's a bunch of hidden shit in this. I think when I got through the game...
much.
At the final part of the game, I was at 54%.
Damn.
And I was like, that's not... a lot.
Yeah.
I'm not going back and doing any of the other stuff.
No,
either.
I tried finding a lot of the ones because like some of them are pretty obvious, but we'll get into that later.
All right, go.
Are we jamming?
Are we jamming?
I think we are.
You know, really, I did like the
honestly.
music. The music was the one thing in the game that I actually really enjoyed. Because like I just love going through the levels and hearing those because they're so upbeat, they're fun.
Oh, yeah.
They actually sounded really good. And on the emulator, I think they enhanced everything and made it sound even better. Like, it fucking sounded
Switch
amazing.
Online sounded amazing too. Like, honestly, I've always loved the theme song to Donkey Kong.
Yeah, the only sound bite that I fucking hated in this game, if you pause for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
If you just stood there for 2 seconds, Donkey Kong started. It's so fucking loud.
Annoying.
Every time
Yes.
I'm like, dude, why would they put this so much louder than every other
It's
sound in
seriously
here?
the
It's
loudest thing in the game.
I don't know if Diddy did that because whenever I was idle, it was with Donkey Kong, but it was so fucking annoying
He
that I hated
did like one call and would like spin his hat up in the air.
Okay, well that's much better. They should have done that for him too. Give him a fucking hat, I guess. Have him take off his stupid top of his head, which doesn't make any sense. They did that in the cartoon.
Oh, okay.
His brain is in his... In,
Oh, I do remember.
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Yep.
yeah, there's a fucking cartoon for this. Don't watch it. Shit.
But no, seriously, this music is
On
so
point.
good.
Like, really
it's
good.
honestly one of the best Nintendo game music-wise.
Yeah,
Like,
not as good as like you're not gonna get Night Trap and you're not gonna get like Ori level music, but this one really came out. 94
I
came
would say-
with an amazing fucking soundtrack for it. You could listen to this in your car and just be like, yeah, I'm jamming. This is pretty cool.
I would say this is on par with like games kind of like Mario, maybe
yeah.
a little bit less than like
I
Zelda.
will give Nintendo that.
But they do.
Yeah, they
fucking good
hire
music.
great fucking like 8-bit people to
Oh,
do
yeah.
these songs. Like whoever they got to make these songs, fucking phenomenal.
Seriously, because honestly, like the entire time I was just literally loving the music. I don't like a lot of the sound effects.
Yeah.
That's one of the things. Like everything sounded like a squeaky toy when you jumped on it.
Yeah.
It was either an ooh or ow.
Yep, pretty much.
Like almost identically to that.
Yeah, but I mean that's just cheap. They want to make everything
Yeah.
sound alike and just a little bit different, so they change the cadence of the sound just a bit to make it easy and cheap.
True.
Which,
true,
you know what,
true.
I don't blame them for that. That's fine. I didn't really notice that a whole lot. Yeah, music was really good in this. It's nothing like outstanding, but it's like it gets you by. It really, you could sit there and just like idle for a second and be like, yeah, I love the song.
I used to every time I used to sit down with a couple of friends every once in a while. We would just like test each other with music knowledge and stuff like that. And we would like play songs like, oh, can you guess this? And we did that like one time with like video games one night. And everyone was getting like all the songs, every Zelda song, every Star Fox, whatever. But then like I threw on the Donkey Kong theme song and no one would get it right.
They're interesting.
And I'm like, yes.
Weird, because Super Smash was so big and everybody loved the Donkey Kong levels.
I know. But I don't think the Donkey Kong level had the original theme. It just, or I thought it had the other one that's played. Oh, okay.
So one of them had the original Donkey Kong level, which is like the OG or whatever, the one with the water going beneath it that's going in one direction.
Yeah.
That had the original theme, I believe. Then the other levels, there are two others. There's one where it's like, it's almost like a tree fort kind of thing with several platforms that you jump on with a waterfall in the background. That one did not have the original theme. And then the original level from Super Smash, just Bros, the original Super Smash, had the original theme as well.
Okay.
So all three had some kind of Donkey Kong song from one of the games at least.
Okay.
So, all right, let's move on.
How does it play?
Shit. Literal garbage. This is a literal garbage game.
Yeah.
It plays like... So my biggest problem is, they don't come out and say like, okay, this is how you do that. This is how, there's always an introduction phase in all these games where it tells you like, oh, this is how you do this. This is how you do this. You want to jump and you want to jump higher. This is how you do it. Like it's even in Mario 64. I think it explains that you can like duck and then do a flip to jump higher.
It does. Yeah. It says you can do that. It says you can sprint and jump to jump longer. And then it also tells you that if you jump and hit the jump button as you land 3 times, you get higher and higher jumps. So it does teach you 3 different.
Like older games did that, but this game for some reason decided, you know what? They'll fucking figure it out.
Yeah,
and I didn't. No, I didn't figure it out because Cranky had to tell me halfway through the fucking game that I could just hold down a button to run.
And I stopped even going to Cranky after like the second or third one because it's like there's a bonus room in this level, and I was like, I don't.
Well, so I can see that if Cranky's useful for that, you can go, because I don't think he has the same thing he says every time.
I don't think so.
I didn't go back twice and find out, but I was like, there's no way. He's probably reveals the entire game for you.
Probably.
And then you just follow his directions, and that was the airplane to go to those bonus levels and get them done. Like, I can see that.
Yeah.
But it's really annoying to have that done, like being told, like, you can extra jump if you do this after the level you need to do that in. Like, that's so fucking obnoxious. There was one time where I just had no idea how to do a long jump.
Yeah.
And I had Donkey and Diddy with me. I had to go all the way back to go get a barrel to have both of them because one of them died. Went back to the spot. I jumped, and when you get hit, the other character has immunity for 2 seconds.
Yes.
So I was able to just go through, and I was like, I had to fucking waste my jump on that. And then still, I never did the jump quite right. I did not understand how to do the fucking long jump at all. Well, it made no fucking sense.
In this game, the timing of all the creatures and the timing of everything basically made it seem like you had to try to run through this as fast as you can to get the best opportunities with everything.
Yeah. Each level should take about 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes if you're doing it all the way through and you know everything that's happening.
Well, and then like a lot of these levels have these like stupid hidden things that made you skip the entire level, but they were like weird spots that you would never guess. You would have to like make
why
a
would you
mistake.
want to do that? You'd want to play the fucking level. Like, it's kind of annoying having that in there, like, oh, could find this hidden thing and you don't have to play this level. I'm like, why'd you put the level in the fucking game then?
Yeah, no, seriously.
Like, if it's so annoying that people want to skip it, why'd you put it in there?
I know there's one secret to get to the end of the level on the red light, green light level.
Yeah.
This level has a bunch of enemies.
Well, let's talk about that in the story time. Okay. For now, we'll just keep going with how does it play. You have a couple moves in here that you can do. So if you have like a roll, which is really fucking annoying because it's not a stationary roll, you roll and you move forward. So if you're trying to do it on a platform, you'll fall off because it's fucking stupid. You have a jump that you can do. If you hold down the roll button, you can sprint through a level and do a long jump, but you can't press... On certain areas, you can't press the jump button and the fucking hold the sprint button at the same time. Don't understand why. You could only do it on edges. Still don't get it. Like, it was just so obnoxious. And then there's another button, right? You can like pick up crates and shit.
Yeah, you can pick up crates and barrels and stuff. And typically, if there was a barrel that didn't have the Donkey Kong symbol on it, there's a hidden part in the level somewhere.
You can hold the barrel, so I had no idea if you just hold that pickup button, you can actually hold the barrel. Didn't fucking explain that either. I just did it randomly. I'm like, how the fuck did I just hold that barrel?
You could also hit select and switch between Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong.
That's right. That was the other button. Yeah, you can switch between them, but it's like there's no benefit to doing either or. Diddy Kong seems a little bit faster, but
so Diddy Kong's faster and can jump farther and jump higher.
See, and I thought that, but then whenever I used them, it just felt like they jumped the same.
And Diddy Kong couldn't destroy the biggest creatures.
Yeah. Well, and Diddy Kong can't throw barrels straight. He can only throw them straight down.
Yeah.
Which I figured out in the B fucking boss. Yeah. Because, it's fucking annoying. Fucking annoying.
And then Diddy Kong, when he holds a barrel, holds it like really low to him, and Donkey Kong holds it above his head.
Yeah, so Donkey Kong can throw it straight. Diddy Kong can only throw it straight down.
Yeah.
So.
Well, he could throw it like...
No.
He could roll it, yeah.
No. Not when I played, no.
It was like a very short...
Like, I had the bee. When I was fighting the bee, it had to be right on top of me if I was
I guess
Diddy,
when I was fighting the bee,
I
didn't throw it at all. I just ran into him with it.
Oh, I was throwing it.
Because it's even like with all the secret rooms and stuff like that, you could just walk into the wall.
Oh.
And that's how you would know
Yeah. Or you could throw it.
Yeah, you could.
I usually threw it because I had no idea about walking into the creatures too.
Yeah, you could walk into it.
I thought I would get damaged.
No, you don't.
Well, Okay, another fucking dumb thing about this game. Immunity to barrels, but nothing else.
Yeah, so there's a lot of just those random things. There's a lot of like hidden little like tips and tricks kind of things that you don't really know about until like either Cranky tells you or unless you like looked it up.
And then you're a one-hit death. So
Yeah.
anytime you get hit, your character just dies.
Yep.
You have 2 hits basically if you have both Diddy and Donkey up.
Yep.
So it's really fucking annoying.
And
It's actually
then-
one of the most annoying things about this game.
There's creatures in the game. There's a rhino, an ostrich, and a
frog.
swordfish, and a frog.
Yeah.
And those are the 4 creatures you can get. They
The
each have their own.
mounts.
Yeah, they're mounts that they actually automatically attack when you get near someone, or you can charge with them,
Yeah.
or you can like dash with them. They each have their own secret levels and stuff too.
Yep. And they're fun. I mean, it's fun riding them, but they're almost useless during the whole thing. Like,
Yeah.
so many times they just die right away.
Oh, yeah.
It's really stupid.
And they're just like Yoshi.
Yeah.
When you rode Yoshi, if you got hit while riding Yoshi, Yoshi would just run away, and you could jump on back onto him again if you found him.
Yeah, if you could catch them, but eventually, if you wait too long, they'll just disappear.
Yeah.
So it's really annoying. I will say one of the things about this game that was really fucking annoying, and this is like a staple for platforming in the early 90s, and we experienced it with Sonic, we experienced it with somewhat with Ori. It's you have to die to figure things out.
Yes.
That is an annoying concept in games. Like, this game is all about like there's one level where you have to go through and you have to avoid all this stuff, and you don't have control of your speed while you're going through it, and we'll talk about it in the actual story time. But for now, like, you don't control your speed, so all you can do is jump, and all you have to know what's coming at you. So
and
if somebody
it's
is able,
fast reactions.
yeah, and if someone's able to do that in one fucking try, that means they're paying so much attention. They have an input skill that I could never have, because it took me 45 minutes to get that through that entire level, because I had to figure, okay, so right here this guy's gonna jump, all right here this guy's not gonna jump, all right here I'm gonna have to jump over this
This
thing. All
time
right,
I have
here
to jump way sooner.
Yeah.
This time I have to wait to the last second to jump.
Yeah,
this time
it's-
I have to jump and then duck.
and you
this-
might even do that and still fuck it up. Like,
Yeah.
this game is all about dying to figure out the map, which is a really annoying concept, especially in a game where you have lives.
And I mean, I get it for back then because that was the way to make games longer.
Yeah.
Was to make them challenging.
Yeah.
Which is why going back and like
But challenging without rewards is not good.
see, this game to me is almost identical to Crash Bandicoot. Everyone remembers Crash Bandicoot. Everyone loved Crash Bandicoot when they played it. But when the remaster came out and everyone was playing it again, they're like, "Oh my god, why was this so hard? I forgot how hard this game is. What the fuck is going on with this?"
But I think there's a
it's the
certain
same
amount of
thing.
reward, and I think you can do that in 3D games. I really do. I think 3D games, you just feel better about it. But in a 2D scroller, it is so fucking obnoxious. It is
just
so
so hard.
obnoxious. And the big thing is, remember rewards. So when you do something cool, you want to get something out of it. If you do this level in under 45 seconds, you want to get an immunity thing that lasts for 30 seconds, you know?
Or even just like a trophy.
Yeah, anything. And this game does not give you rewards. Like, it gives you nothing. There's no rewarding for finishing a level. You don't get an extra life, really, unless you collect everything in the level.
Yep.
You do literally nothing. You get nothing out of doing this game, which is so fucking obnoxious.
Yeah, you have to collect there's Kong letters that you can collect.
Yeah.
You collect all 4 Kong letters in a level, you get a life.
In
There's
so-
balloons. There's red balloons that give you 1 life, green balloons that give you 3 lives, and blue balloons that give you 6 lives.
And then, like in the original Sega games, I remember some of them would let you, if you beat a certain level on a certain thing, you got to cheat for doing it. Or if
Yeah.
you remember in that shooter game that we played, the side-scrolling shooter game, the banana one.
Oh, my friend Pedro.
Yeah, my friend Pedro, that one gave you cheats too as you went through and
Yeah,
beat the game.
that's true.
So, and then Resident Evil, that gives you cheats as you
Yes,
go and beat.
and
and
gives
that's
you more weapons on your second run through.
So
and
that's such a better fucking system. Give someone a reward for wanting to get to the end of the fucking game.
hey man, they were pushing that 32 megabytes.
Yeah, they
back
were.
then.
They were. But I mean, Sega was doing it at the time. So I knew it was possible, and they put it on a system. It just wasn't a
Yeah.
32-bit system. I think the SNES was still 16-bit. So
Well, this is still either 8 or 16-bit. 32 megabyte is the size of the file. I'm pretty sure.
yeah. Well, what I mean is, like, I don't know
yeah.
if they could do it based on the
Oh,
system they put
yeah.
it on, because it was
Okay.
still running 8 or 16-bit, whichever one it was. I can't
Yeah.
remember. But in the Sega Genesis came out, and that was running 32-bit.
Yeah,
So, and that was the
true.
first system to do that.
Yeah.
So, And besides maybe a computer, but I don't even think the computers were doing it at that point.
I think computers were.
I have no idea. Like, they were so bad it wasn't even funny. Consoles were the preferred way of gaming back then.
It definitely was.
Well, yeah, I mean, this is just, it's ridiculous how little reward you get from completing anything in this fucking game.
Yeah.
It's basically just lives, and you're like, they're worthless because I can just save now.
Yeah.
These are fucking worthless.
Yeah.
Yeah, so annoying.
Which definitely, playing it on the Switch or an emulator, definitely the way to go.
Yeah, do
with
not
this
play
game.
original. If you play OG, you're a fucking asshole. Fuck you.
I mean,
If you go OG and beat it in like less than an hour, you can go fuck yourself.
sells a game, you'll probably get like $80 for it.
$80, you can go buy yourself one drink.
Where? New York?
Anywhere. Things are so expensive now. All right, anyway, that's How Does It Play. Let's move on to...
It's story time. Let's get started.
There's so many fucking bad levels in this game.
Oh, God, yes.
So many. So the first
Minecart levels.
Yeah, the first one we're going to get out of the way, the minecart level. The very first one is actually the most complained about level in this entire fucking game.
Yes.
Because I went and looked it up after I beat it, and I was like, does anyone else have trouble with this, or was I just fucking bad? And everyone's like, this is the worst fucking level. Put on this immunity cheat if you're going to play this level. Put on this one cheat to make it so you're just at the end of the level. Like, it is so funny.
There's a hidden path at the beginning of the level where there's a barrel, like you walk into the level, and there's like a barrel that shoots you into the minecart. Mm-hmm. And if you jump over the barrel and hug the wall and go down, you don't even see where the barrel is. Like, you literally have to fall and it seems like
to your death. That's happened several times.
And then
in
it
this
shoots
game.
you to the end of the level, and you have to jump over one alligator, and then you win.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can just kill the alligator by jumping on it.
Well, in the minecart.
Oh, got you.
Yeah.
Got you. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so it puts you in it like shoots you into a cannon, then shoots you into another cannon that puts you on a minecart at the end of the level, and you just have to jump over one enemy.
That's amazing. That last one too. That last one was so. I got to the end of that level.
Oh yeah,
and died. And
I
was
did
like,
too.
Fuck me. But then I was saving like periodically as I got to like 3 seconds of straight line. I would save. Be like, I'm not going back to this fucking part.
I kept on thinking you could only on the emulator, like on the Switch for like the emulator controls. I thought you could only save at the beginning of levels.
Oh no.
So I was starting at every level over again.
Nope. Fuck no.
And then I finally realized that you could save in the middle of the level, and I was like, I'm gonna save like I did in Ori, like every fucking chance I get.
So you know what's funny is I started this off in the first 2 worlds, not using that because I was like, I don't need it. This is actually pretty easy.
Oh yeah, the first
My
2
third
worlds aren't
world,
bad.
I was like, I'm going to use it all the time. I'm never stopping. I'm going to use it every time I get past one section, especially in the ice one.
Yes,
I'm fucking saving.
the ice one and the oil rig one. That one.
Oh yeah.
Fuck
Or
that
the platforms.
Yes.
The moving platforms. That one was so fun. The second one was bad. The first one was okay.
Yes.
The second one was awful.
No,
So,
seriously, some of these levels, the red light, green light one,
that were
really
one
annoying.
of the worst ones.
Which I was talking about that a little bit earlier. So in that one, the red light, green light enemies that aren't killable, apparently they were worried about it scaring children. So they had a hidden secret in this level where a lot of times you would run and you would see them. If you walked back to the start, it would put you at the end of the game.
So if you just walk backwards through the start?
Yep.
Oh, that's fucking stupid.
It would put you, and you would have to run past 3 of them, and then that was it.
No.
For the end
See,
of
and
the
that
game.
one wasn't too bad. I don't remember having too much trouble getting through it.
The only time I had trouble was that part where you had to like hit the light, jump down into this little plateau, and then you had to push a tire while 3 of them were running, and you had to like jump perfectly timed. To hit
I didn't mind that one. That one wasn't too bad.
It wasn't too bad, but I did die a couple times.
A couple times maybe. I don't even know if I died on that level, but I probably did because I died on almost every fucking level.
Yeah.
But if I did, it was probably just a few times. But going through that one was easy compared to like the minecart ones.
Oh, God.
The second minecart one is fucking awful.
Yeah.
It's literally you go through and instead of jumping with the minecart, you're jumping outside the minecart onto different minecarts.
And dodging bees
and like
jumping
over
on things.
enemies. And oh my God, so
even worse
fucking
than that
obnoxious.
level. Even worse than that level for me was the platforms where we had to get the gas to keep it going.
Like, the second platforms, right?
Yes.
So the second platforms was so annoying too because you'd have random enemies fall on top of you, and sometimes they would fall on top of you, and sometimes they would fall off.
Yeah.
And you had no idea when they would, so you jump either way. And sometimes when you jump, you fall fucking off because you're not paying attention because you're trying to watch the enemies. Like, It is so...
Or you'd have to like jump over a bee, jump over this. This guy would come down. There's a fuel tank up here. You're almost out of fuel, so you have to bounce off his head to get the fuel tank.
Yep. Or the one that kept getting me was the there's a part where it's not a fuel tank part, I don't think, but you're jumping on a tire. You have to jump up onto a platform that's going this way.
Yeah.
Then jump up to a platform that's going this way, so you have a barrel, so you can throw it at the guy on another platform.
God, yes.
Then you have to jump onto that platform, but as you're jumping onto that one, there's like a bee over here or something that comes out and tries to kill you. Like, it was so obnoxious.
And then there's that time where there's like 4 of those guys where you have to get a barrel and the platforms keep falling.
Yeah.
So you have to jump up, but you have to collect a barrel on the way each time.
Oh my God, those...
Take out those guys that are unkillable without a barrel.
Yeah, so all these levels are just so, like, we mentioned that we're not, like, there's no real story besides Alligator King K. Rool.
Yeah, King K. Rool and the Kremlins came.
Cruel. Was that what they were going for?
Yes.
Oh, K. Rool.
King
I
Cruel.
get it. So he steals all your bananas, which is weird, too.
Yeah.
Because they're apparently loaned to you. Because if you go and talk to Cranky, he's like, what'd you do with all those bananas I loaned you? I'm like, so they're not even my bananas? Why the fuck am I going for them? Fuck Cranky.
That's so weird.
Yeah, it's so weird. He comes in a boat, steals all your bananas, and gives them to, like, bosses. And then the reason there's other bananas you can find that are against hidden bosses, those little alligators that move back and forth. I found a couple of those. I found one that was just one that went back, and then one that was 3 of those. And I couldn't beat the 3 one.
Yeah.
Because you need to kill them all within a time limit to actually unlock a banana. So it was interesting.
I forgot about that one.
Yeah, it was, so you have secret bosses like that, where you can get extra shit, where you can do extra stuff. So, and then the bosses in the game are actually kind of shitty too, because they're repeats.
Yeah, because you do the ostrich twice, you do the rat twice.
Is it an ostrich? I thought it was a fucking
vulture.
Yeah, vulture. I think it's a vulture.
You're right.
So the vulture is actually, if you looked at it, if you watch the ending credits like I did, it's Vulture Junior and Vulture Senior. So one's the dad.
Oh, okay.
The second one's the dad, the stronger one.
I didn't watch the credits.
Oh, it was so funny.
Yeah.
And then same with the other thing that you faced twice.
The little squirrel or rat or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, whatever the fuck. It looks like a beaver.
Or beaver.
I think it's like a giant beaver. There's 2 of those as well. But they look identical again. The birds at least looked a little different. They were different colors.
Yeah.
And then the worst boss of all is a fucking literal barrel. It reminiscent of fucking Banjo-Kazooie. When you fight a giant sentient box, you fight a giant sentient barrel. Yeah, remember it spit out enemies?
Oh, yes.
It's a sentient barrel that spits out enemies on you,
so
and you just have to kill the enemies. And I'm like, why is this
2 of each enemy?
Oh, it was so fucking dumb. It was such a stupid boss. I was like, what is this? Yeah. Why would you make a sentient fucking barrel? Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I forgot about that. That was so dumb.
And I think that was on the industrial level. I don't remember for sure, but I think so.
It is, yeah, because that one all had all the different barrel things.
Yeah, then the bee.
Yep, the bee was annoying.
So how many is that? It's 2, 4, 5, 6 bosses. Is that all of them
7.
besides the main?
I think it's just 7 or 8.
I don't remember any of the other bosses.
7 then, because King K. Rool.
Yeah, he's the only other one I can think of.
Which, that was an annoying boss fight.
Yeah, not as annoying as some of the fucking levels, but very annoying still.
And the most annoying part of it is you beat him, and then it's like, but did I die?
Yeah, so the credits start rolling, and this is, again, similar to Attack and the Power of Juju, only they did it much better than these guys did it. It starts going through, and you're like, these credits aren't real, because it says Donkey Kong as himself.
Yeah.
K. Rool as himself. Like, you're like, these aren't real fucking credits. What's going on? And then the credits just all of a sudden stop, and he gets back up.
Yep.
He's like, hey, guys, you didn't really beat me. Come on.
And then he does things a little bit faster and differently.
Well, kind of. You only need to hit him once or twice, I think, after the...
I think it...
Because you have to hit him like 7 times, 5 or 7 times in the beginning.
I think it's 3 times the last
3 times. Okay, so 3 times in the last time, between 1 and 3, and he just does a lot more. He's running back and forth faster. He's jumping
way longer. And then he does the
balls.
The small.
Oh, you're right. It is 3 because the small jumps, and you have to like go under him pretty much. You have to roll fucking under him. The one thing that was annoying is he does these cannonballs where he drops cannonballs on you, and in the second part, he drops them one way all the way and then back. Yeah. Then you hit him. Then he drops them one way, back, then you hit him again, then back, and you're like, God, this is so fucking
I'm
annoying.
just tired of running around the map,
Yeah.
having to fucking get this roll timing perfectly, or I have to start this whole level over again.
Imagine doing that without knowing that you had to run.
And I would save it after I hit him every time.
Yeah, every single time.
Every
single fucking time. Because he takes like 1 second where you have an immunity thing because you're like on top of him after you hit him pretty much.
Yeah, because
like,
you bounce off of him.
Yeah. So, and he can't hurt you because he's in an immunity phase too where he
can't interact with anything.
Yeah, he can't interact with anything, which is fine because you need that. Otherwise, you're going to get hit and die right away.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a very annoying fucking boss fight.
So I guess what was your favorite mount and your favorite level?
Oh wait, hold on. Before we get into that, one more thing. This game did your typical fucking 90s bullshit.
Okay.
It did the one thing that I've complained about this so many times. The ice shit.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's so annoying having a level where... Like, it's fine in a 3D scale because you feel like you're moving in a like direction that you want to move in. But in this, it's like 2D fucking ice is so hard to traverse.
Well, I'm fine with ice levels if it's ice sections.
Yeah.
Like, this platform is ice, not the entire level is ice.
Yeah, there was one where Mankey, this really annoying Mankey Kong, he's the monkey that throws barrels at you. He's apparently your friend or something that betrayed you.
Yeah.
He's throwing barrels down the hill, and I kill him. And I'm like, oh yeah, this is awesome. I better save, but I want to get like stationary first, which was a mistake. I should have just fucking saved.
Yep.
So I'm trying to get stationary, and it's going rolling down the hill. So I go back up the hill. I'm like, all right, I just need to stand right here. And then I go off, and I'm like, wait, what just happened? Why am I falling? It was so annoying.
No, seriously, like when we were playing Crash Team Racing, the snow level on that, it has snow most of the time, but then ice is the only time where you lose control of your car.
And it only happens once or twice.
Yes, on those levels.
Yeah.
And there's so many other games like that have that. Even Spyro.
Yep.
They have ice sections where ice
Mario
and
Kart
stuff.
does that. All Mario games do that as well.
Like there are other platforming games that this one made the entire
Sonic 2 did
world, not a level, not a portion of it. The entire world was fucking ice.
Yeah, it's all slippery and it's all like annoying and there's things throwing shit at you and things walking up and down. And they made the mountains not level. So instead there's slopes, and then when there's slopes, you can't really jump over people. You have to wait till they're right on fucking top of you just to hit them and hope that you don't slide off after you hit them because you're at the bottom of a fucking hill. Ugh.
Oh, and there's one part of one of the ice levels where you have to go down this hill. Then there's all these like birds that are flying at you. You have to jump over the bird, and then you land on a platform. Then two birds fly at you.
Then you have to jump on both.
And another bird. And then you jump on a platform, and then another bird, and then you jump into a barrel. And I'm
like the problem with that is you have to use the jump from the bird to jump on the actual fucking platform.
Yes.
So you have to hit the bird, and then that extra jump you get from hitting the bird onto the platform. It is so fucking obnoxious.
I struggled with that part so much for so long that I actually started just jumping on the birds and then jumping onto the platforms.
Yeah. I mean, so it wasn't too bad. The only reason I kept dying was the barrel part.
Yeah.
So the
barrel part was
I don't
awful.
know why I kept fucking losing the barrel part. It's not that hard. It's just stupid. The barrels are really fast.
Yes.
And they don't, even when you hit it, when you're aiming the right direction, it still throws you down. So you have to hit it a little bit before it. It was
Again, this game is so stupid. Like in those barrel sections, sometimes if you shot yourself the wrong way, it would be better. You would get launched further, and you'd be way down at the end of the level. And
or if you just fall down and you randomly hit a barrel that was beneath you that you had no idea was fucking there, and send you to an area where you can skip an entire part of the level. It was so fucking obnoxious.
I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Who's gonna find this?
Yep. Unless you fall a million fucking times in each section.
Probably will.
Yeah, so that's their goal, is to get you to die. Again, we don't like these types of games. These games are so obnoxious. To play a game where their whole goal is for you to die 100 times on a level, that is a very obnoxious game.
Yeah.
And if it didn't have the emulator save, I would have been so pissed.
I know. I wouldn't have gotten
I wouldn't have played it. I would have been like, this is done. I'm done. I'm not fucking playing this.
This game took me longer to beat than Resident Evil did.
Really? This only took me 5 hours.
Yeah, I did Resident Evil in probably around 5 hours.
Oh, okay, yeah. Just it only takes 5 hours to beat if you have that save. If you don't have the save, it probably takes you 6 days. Yeah. So Just so you guys know.
so you know.
Play the emulator. All right, so anyway, you asked about favorite level?
Yes.
I really like the water levels, the first ones.
The first one.
Yeah, because it's very calming. It's very easy. There's not a lot going on. And then once you get into all these levels with the water where the jellyfish are coming out suddenly and fucking like 100 sharks are going around and octopuses are going. Yeah, fucking obnoxious bullshit. But the water levels were actually pretty cool. I did like those. Those are very sweet levels.
Honestly, I think my favorite level is the first one. And it mainly just because, like, I learned all the secrets on that level.
Yeah. And you could farm lives.
You could farm a lot of lives on that level. Like, at the end of the level, if you actually jumped onto the rocks instead of going into the exit with the rhino, if you jumped with the rhino, you could jump off of the rhino on the top of it, and then you would you'd be on a tire, and then you could jump off of that tire, and you'd find a blue balloon.
Oh, nice. I didn't know that. I know you could jump on the rocks, so you have to get that last letter in that first letter.
Yep.
And because I was like, how do you get up there? Can you actually jump on these fucking rocks? And then I did it, and I was like, oh, that's fucking dumb.
Well, and there's a bunch of, like, secrets in that level, too, if you do a lot of the somersaulting jumps onto, like, the trees. So
if you spend 6 hours playing this game, each level, and you figure out every secret in every level, you have a lot of fun actually.
I was getting like I think 12 to 15 lives every run through on that level.
But then you're like, I lost them all in one level.
Not what I'm saying. Every 5 seconds.
But when you aren't, you're like, I just did one level and lost 57 lives. That's cool.
I think I liked the rhino the most of the.
As the mounts? I like the swordfish. The swordfish was the most powerful one.
Yeah.
That one had the largest charge, so it could start here and just charge forward like 10 feet. Yeah. You're like, yes!
I did like the rampaging with the rhino.
I like the ostrich because the gators couldn't touch you.
That's true.
So that was cool, but that was the only thing that I think they could run over.
I think so.
Because it was the only thing small enough.
Yeah.
So, and I'm confused why the gator didn't just chomp its legs, but whatever.
But and then you could fly with them a little bit.
You could kind of glide-ish if you keep hitting the flap button. And then
that one had the easiest mini game.
I think the frog was my least favorite.
Yeah,
the frog was like
far.
The fucking most.
Except for that,
obnoxious.
it could destroy bees.
It could destroy bees, which was the coolest part about it.
Yes.
But you only got it in situations where there were not a lot of bees.
And the frog was annoying.
Yeah, it was like the most annoying one. If you were trying to collect bananas, it would sometimes just jump over bananas while you're just running because it jumps instead of runs. Yeah. And that's really obnoxious, having to go back and forth to get bananas.
Yeah.
And then it had the best jump, of course. Like that's the whole point of it, but it didn't really have an attack.
No, besides just landing on stuff.
So you could land on stuff, and then if you ran into bees, it would just eat them. It would kill them, but the idea is that it's eating them. Yeah. That's why you didn't have to do any. You didn't even have to jump on them. You just ran into them and they died.
Well, is there anything more in the story you want to talk about then?
Let's see. Any more annoying shit? So a lot of the secrets in this game, there are a shit ton. If you're going to play it and 100% it, I guarantee it's going to take you 20, 30 hours.
Probably.
Each level is insane. With just a number of secrets in it. There's the rhino can open up like little passageways. The ostrich can jump up to certain passageways. You can go into a barrel in the ground or in the sky that you don't see. You can get launched to this one spot without even meaning to go there, and that's a secret. Like the secrets in this game are actually insane. You can really cool.
The ground hard in one spot, and a tire will pop out.
You had to jump off a higher ledge. There's no ground slam, but there's like if you jump off a higher ledge onto it, you unlock like a tire that comes up from the ground or a barrel that comes up from the ground so you can break open a wall.
There was also one really cool thing on that first like Mayan temple level.
Yeah. I hated those levels.
If you had only Diddy Kong when you entered that level, you could go up this first like ramp, and then there was one of those big guys running at you. If you lured him back to the entrance, you could jump on him and get pinned against the entrance of the wall, and you'd bounce back and forth. After you bounce on him about 10 times, you get a life every time you hit him.
Oh, really?
And I didn't actually do this. I couldn't get it to work fully when I tried to do it, but I saw this one guy online get 65 lives from it before it ended up killing him.
He could play one level.
But I was like, that's kind of an interesting thing.
Yeah, so there's a lot of cool little secrets in this game that I really did enjoy. Like, the secrets are pretty fucking cool. If you actually liked playing this game, you would want to go through.
A lot of mini games and bonus games and like... those kind of games where it's like it has a bunch of barrels and you have to pick which one has the balloon in it.
Yeah. You watch the balloon go in and you can pretty much see which one it goes in.
Yeah.
Diddy sometimes points at the one that it's in. There's like a matching game, kind of like a casino. What's it called? Slots.
Yeah.
So it's a slot game. All the animals have their own little game where you collect the little parts of their statues.
Yeah, if you collect 3 of an animal statue, you open up the gold statues. Yeah, you open up a level with that animal, and you get to play as the animal. And each one of those levels has a hidden room that has a 2 times or 3 times multiplier. The ostrich one is the easiest one to find. If you go all the way to the end of the level and then up the little platforms it has on the side, and then you jump and flap, you can get over, and there's the 2 times thing there. But if you just collected a bunch of ostrich tokens
And then
up
when
into
did that?
So I think one time I ended up getting 746.
Okay, so you
total.
got 14 lives.
Yeah.
So every 100 you collect of those, you get 1 life.
Yeah.
So it's useful for getting extra lives.
Oh no, 700 total.
Sorry. Yeah, because the most that I ever got was 500 total.
Yeah.
And then if I would have got it 2 times, that would have been
because
10
you have to
lives.
waste probably 15-20 seconds to get to that section.
Yeah.
And there's only a small section of maybe 15 to 20 little ostrich tokens in that room.
Yeah.
So you
but
want
if
to
you
get
already
it
collected,
and then,
So this game is all about the secrets. And again, if you want to spend hours playing this and figuring out everything, be able to run through a level in 1 try without ever having to
for
worry.
the people who like Mario, it's really similar.
Similar,
to the
but a little bit
Mario games.
harder.
It's definitely a little harder,
because it's a little bit more challenging. The things are way more fucking.
But I mean, the last couple worlds and even Mario, I remember being awful with all the different bullet bills flying across the map and all that other, and the lava levels and all that other shit. It's
true. It's easier to see. The more 2-bit it is, the easier it is to see their hitboxes. So you know exactly.
Yeah,
where
and that one's
go.
a 2D game, not a 3D game.
Yeah. So and then in this one, the hitboxes are so fucking large. It's hard to tell where they go.
Is.
So
that's the thing that sucks. The hitboxes are huge.
And the bees are oblong shaped, so they're not normal. So you have no idea where their fucking hitbox is.
Yeah.
It's really annoying.
Sometimes you're like, I really don't think I hit that, but okay.
Yeah, literally. I don't think I fell off the edge, but hitbox was right there. Okay, so the edge is a lot shorter than what it looks like.
Yep.
The hitbox in this game.
Well, and Donkey Kong, regular jumping couldn't make a lot of jumps.
Yeah.
You had to either long jump or somersault jump over. Or I would switch. I would honestly play as Diddy most of the time.
Yeah.
Unless I had a level
I think
with
I had
the big
50-50.
guys. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I won 50-50. All right, so let's move on to
Worf, or nah.
I say Worf, the music,
you
and
piece of human
I
fucking trash.
know. But
dare
the
you.
music is great. The nostalgia of it was kind of fun to get. Before the first 2 worlds, I had a lot of fun with. Besides the minecart level, I did enjoy some of the parts of the game, and it was fun to go back and try to find some of these secrets, but I would not play it on the Super Nintendo. I would only play it
With the
emulator
save state,
style.
yep.
Yeah, the save state.
Where you don't have to do 64 lives in order to do one level.
Yes. Otherwise, this game is not worth it at all.
No, this game is a nah for me. This game is a fucking trash garbage game with trash garbage graphics, and it's fucking 2D, not 3D. Shut your fucking whore mouth. There's literally the only cool part of this. The only cool part of this game was really the secrets and how cool that was.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's literally no other good part of this game. There's no nostalgia for me. I'm glad I didn't play it as a fucking kid because I would have hated it.
Yeah.
I can already tell Sonic was way better. They did such a better job at even in Sonic because you do feel like you have to die to progress.
Yeah.
You don't have to die 64 fucking times.
No, I will give you that.
So they perfected it
as
in
much as
Sonic.
I didn't like
and then-
Sonic either.
Yeah. Donkey Kong Country, they just fucked it. They said, fuck Sonic, we're going to make it harder. So, fuck them. Fuck
Pretty
whoever
much.
made this game. Whoever made the music, you're awesome. Whoever made the game, go fuck yourself.
I don't know why. I was just always a big fan of Diddy.
Yeah. And having a cool game where you introduce Diddy, no Donkey Kong game will ever be better than Donkey Kong 64. So
Yeah, I need to play that one again.
yeah, that one was so much fun. So much better than this garbage heap of shit fucking horrible game. So that's my opinion on it. I hope you all like that. So what's next week's game, Steven?
Next week's game. next week's game, we play
We've already stopped this. We need to stop this
another
now.
dating simulator.
Hey, it is another dating simulator. We're having a lot of fun playing this one. It's called Hotoful Boyfriend.
Yes, it's
Is it Hotoful?
I think it's Hotoful, yeah.
Yeah, every time I see it, I see hateful, and I'm like, hateful boyfriend. Like,
No, it's
Hotoful.
Hat-o-ful.
Yeah.
Boyfriend.
Yeah, I got to give you a little sneak peek of something that happens in the game. One of the things you can do in the game is get a job, and then if you get the job and do something certain, you get this stamp that is basically the real restaurant. They base this restaurant that you work at in the game on a real restaurant.
Okay.
And the stamp shows you the address of the restaurant, and this game was made in 2011, I think.
Huh.
So it shows you the location of the restaurant and says, please check its website to see if it's still in business. And apparently the guy who made the game really loved this restaurant.
That's
It's
awesome.
like a cafe that serves typical Japanese shit, because it's all based in Japan.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
the restaurant's in Japan. So
Yeah.
it was really cool to get the stamp that just has it almost looks like a postcard.
Yeah.
And it shows the address, the phone number, the website. It's
That's really cool.
fucking cool, actually.
All
I was
right.
like, that's some good props you gave to that restaurant. I'm sure a lot of people
That is
went
a really
there.
cool Easter egg.
Yeah, I'd love to go there now. Like,
Right?
after playing, I'm like, oh, I should fly to the Japan and go to this
Well, I
restaurant.
mean, that's where I'm planning on going on a honeymoon, so
Nice.
maybe I'll check it out.
Yeah, check it out.
Take
Honestly,
pictures
it's in.
and we'll tell everybody about it.
I think it's in Osaka.
Oh, okay.
I think that's what I remember. Well, I don't know where Osaka is, but that's where it is.
I don't think it's too far away from Tokyo.
Nothing's too far away from Tokyo. All right, guys. So that was it.
You're right.
That was the podcast.
We love you.
Goodbye.
Well, I do. He might not.
I don't.